I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum. The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that. And I've got a plan. I got a plan. Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural. This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum. The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that. And I've got a plan. I got a plan. Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural. This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum. The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that. And I've got a plan. I got a plan. Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural. This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum. The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that. And I've got a plan. I got a plan. Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural. This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum. The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that. And I've got a plan. I got a plan. Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural. This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big,
to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win.
Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win.
Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win.
Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win.
Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win.
Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win! I'm running to be president of all of the United States of America, and that's why I'm here with you. We have a chance to build a grassroots movement. We have a chance now to start creating the momentum.
The time for small ideas is over. We need big structural change. And yes, I have a plan for that.
And I've got a plan. I got a plan.
Yeah, I got a plan for that. It's natural.
This is our chance in 2020. Our chance to dream big, to fight hard, and to win. Dream big! Dream big! Let's win!
Wow, this is amazing. Oh my God. Everyone, my name is Maria Martinez. I am the Southwest Regional Organizer for Warren for President. Buenas tardes a todos. Mi nombre es María Martínez. Soy la organizadora regional para la campaña de Elizabeth Warren. If you all could see the view from up here, this is insane. I mean, LA came out on a Wednesday at 6 p.m. This is wild. All right, everyone. We have to let Senator Warren know that you all came out. When I say dream big, you say fight hard. Dream big. Dream big. Dream big. Woo! All right, everyone. This is a grassroots campaign. Where are our volunteers who came out tonight? We have to give them a round of applause. We cannot function without our volunteers. Well, so first things first, I have a huge ask. We need volunteers. We need as many people as we can to knock on doors, make calls, have conversations with your neighbors, friends, and colleagues. We need to grow this movement. We are a grassroots campaign. We cannot function without you. We need as many supporters, as many volunteers that we can. So, para aquellas personas que están interesados en ser voluntarios para la campaña, necesitamos su apoyo, especialmente aquellas personas que hablan más de un lenguaje. Necesitamos todos los voluntarios, especialmente aquí en California y alrededor del país. So we need as many volunteers as we can, not only in Spanish, but all languages. We need to reach out every single voter. Now, the campaign has our own online community. If you haven't joined it already, please join All In for Warren. That is where all of our Elizabeth Warren supporters across the country can connect and meet with fellow volunteers in their area. Secondly, if you're interested in volunteering, text the word organize to 24477. Si están interesados en ser voluntarios, por favor envíen la palabra lucha al 24477. Now, we have a special guest tonight, and I know that a lot of you grabbed a raffle ticket. We will have a Q&A portion during today's program. So, I'd like to introduce our special guest to help me call out those numbers. Everyone, please give it up for Elizabeth Warren's grandson, Atticus. Woo! Say hi. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hi.
Hello, everyone.
So Atticus is going to help me pick out raffle tickets now. We're going to call out those numbers. After we call those numbers, we're going to need someone to chant persist. That way we know where you are. If we do call out your number, make sure you come to the front so that we're ready to ask the questions towards the end of the program. So Atticus, you're going to help me pick out a ticket, and you're going to call out the last four numbers.
Yeah. All right. The last four numbers are 78933. All right, that's five numbers.
Repeat it again.
78933.
Who?
Got that? Anyone got that?
Does anyone have that number? All right, let's pick out another number. I didn't hear. Oh, you got it. Hey, okay, awesome. Make your way to the front. All right.
Can I ask the name and stuff?
All right, we have our second ticket.
The last five numbers are 78836.
Woo! You got it. All right, stay where you are. All right, we're picking a final number. Last one.
Last 5 numbers are 79026.
Oh, I don't see you. Say it again.
79026.
So if you have that number, make your way to the front, and we'll make sure we have volunteers later today with mics. Awesome. Now, the other thing I also wanted to make note of, as you all know, Senator Warren will stick around to take selfies with anyone who wants one. So we will let all of you know where the selfie line will begin. We will do that at the very end. However, anyone with small children, please make sure that you make your way to the front of the selfie line. Aquellas personas que quieran tomarse una foto con la senadora, si tienen niños pequeños, por favor acérquense hasta el frente. Pero nos vamos a dar direcciones cuando ya tomamos fotos al final del programa. Secondly, we will have, as I mentioned, we will have the selfie line at the end, and we will have a very small break at the end because Senator Warren will have to change into her comfortable sneakers for these selfie lines, so we will have a bit of a wait time. Thank you all so much for being here. We will begin shortly. Give it up for Atticus.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lavinia. I'm 14 years old, and Elizabeth Warren is my Gammy. Gammy and I are very close. She comes to my diving practices. She and I have girls' night sleepovers, and we even paint each other's toenails blue, of course. Gammy works really hard, but she always makes time for our family. She's always there for us, no matter what. And that's why I want her to be the first female president of the United States. Because that's what girls do. Come on out, Gammy.
In California who are ready for some big structural change in Washington. as you all can see, for me, this is a family affair. You met Lavinia. You met Atticus. My other granddaughter, Octavia, is also here. My daughter, Amelia, my son-in-law, Sushil, and my son, Alex, the guy over in the blue shirt. So, it's really good to be here with family. I have to say, Alex has been out on the road with me. You know, Alex has been my tech support since second grade. It's true, it's true. He runs his own business now, but he's also trying a new one, and that is support your mother when she runs for President of the United States. Thank you, Al. So I'm just so glad that all of you are here tonight. I thought what we'd do is I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I'll tell you a little bit about why I'm in this fight, and we'll take some questions. I think Atticus has managed all the numbers now. We kind of figured it might take a while for people to make it to the mics. And then I'll stay as long as you want, and we'll do selfies. Yes. So I was born and raised in Oklahoma. We got some Okies? Oh, yes. I love it. I love it. Born and raised in Oklahoma. I have 3 much older brothers. I'm what used to be called a late in life baby. My mother just always referred to me as the surprise. My 3 older brothers, who to this day are known as the boys, my 3 older brothers all went off and joined the military. My oldest brother, Don Reed, was career military. He spent about 5.5 years off and on in combat in Vietnam. We were lucky to get him back home. You bet. My brother, John, he was stationed overseas for a little over a year. And my brother, David, the youngest of the 3 boys, he trained as a combat medic. Now, that has given rise to a rule in our family, and that is never choke around David. He carries a sharpened pocket knife and is convinced to this day that he could perform an emergency tracheotomy. It makes for some very exciting moments during Thanksgiving. Anybody goes, and David's ready. But I love my brothers. I'm close to them. They've all moved back to Oklahoma now. And we talk on a regular basis. I get there as often as I can. When we were growing up, our daddy had a lot of different jobs. He sold paint, he sold fencing, he sold housewares. And then when I was in middle school, the boys were all gone by that point. So it was just my mama and my daddy and me. And my daddy had a massive heart attack. And for a long time, we thought we were going to lose him. Now, he pulled through, but he couldn't work. And it went on and on. I can still remember the day we lost our family station wagon. I remember how my mama used to tuck me into bed at night. She'd give me a kiss. She'd walk out of the room and close the door, and I always knew what was coming next. I'd hear her start to cry on the other side, because she never wanted to cry in front of me. And this is when I learned words like mortgage and foreclosure. And one morning, I walked into my folks' bedroom, and out on the bed was laid out the dress. Now, some of you in here will know the dress. It's the one that only comes out for weddings, funerals, and graduations. And there was my mother in her slip and her stocking feet, and she's looking down and she's pacing and she's crying. And she's saying, "We will not lose this house. We will not lose this house. We will not lose this house. And finally she looks up and she sees me in the doorway. I'm just a kid. And she looks at me, and she looks at that dress, and she looks back at me. She's 50 years old. She has never worked outside the home, and she is terrified. But she takes one more look at me, wipes her face, pulls that dress on, puts on her high heels, and walks to the Sears and gets a full-time minimum wage job. That minimum wage job saved our house, and it saved our family. So for many years, I thought of that as this is the main lesson my mama taught me. And that is, no matter how scared you are, no matter how hard it looks, when it comes down to it, you reach down deep, you find what you have to find, you pull it up, and you take care of the people you love. Yep. And it was years later before I came to understand that wasn't just what my mama taught me. That's what millions of people across this country do every day. No matter how hard it looks, no matter how scared they are, they reach down deep, they find what they have to find, and they take care of the people they love. That's who we are. But it was only years after that that I came to understand that that same story in my mother and daddy's bedroom is also a story about government. Because when I was a girl, a full-time minimum wage job in America would support a family of 3. It would pay a mortgage, it would cover the utilities, and it would put food on the table. Today, a full-time minimum wage job in America will not keep a mama and a baby out of poverty. That is wrong, and that is why I am in this fight. And understand this, that difference is not a difference that just happened over time. It's a difference in who government works for. When I was a girl, the question asked in Washington about the minimum wage is, what does it take a family of 3 to survive? What does it take a family of 3 to get a toehold in America's middle class? What does it take a family of 3 to have something solid that they can build from? Well, today, the question asked in Washington is, where do we set the minimum wage to maximize the profits of giant corporations? I don't want a government that works for giant corporations. I want one that works for our families. I love you too. So, like I said, the boys, they all went off and joined the military. Me, I had a different path. I have known what I wanted to do since 2nd grade. Oh, a couple of you laugh. You didn't decide until, what, 4th grade? Yeah. Okay, I get it. But I have. I've known what I wanted to do since 2nd grade, and I've never varied from it. I wanted to be a public school teacher. Can we hear it for America's public school teachers? Yes, come on.
wanted to teach school, and I invested early. I used to line my dollies up and teach school. I did. I had a reputation for being tough but fair. It's what I wanted forever. But by the time I graduated from high school, we didn't have the money for a college application, much less to send me off to 4 years at a university. So, like a lot of Americans, I don't have a straight path story. I have a story that's got a lot of twists and turns in it. So here's how my story goes. I got a scholarship to college. Yay! Yeah! And then at 19, I fell in love, got married, dropped out of school, and got a job. Okay, a good life, one I picked, absolutely. But I thought the dream was gone. So by this time, we're living down in Houston, and then I found it. What was then a commuter college, 45 minutes away, that cost $50 a semester. Yep. So for a price that I could pay for on a part-time waitressing job, I finished my 4-year diploma. I became a special needs teacher. I have lived my dream job. Oh, I loved that work. I still remember the faces. I had little ones, 4 to 6-year-olds. Do we have any special needs teachers in here? Whoa, we got one here. We got some over there. We got one here, over here. We got one. So, back me up on this. It is not a job, it is a calling. It is a calling from the heart. Exactly right. I love that work, and I will probably still be doing it, but my story's got another twist. Here's the twist. By the end of my first year in teaching, I was visibly pregnant. And the principal did what principals did in those days. Wished me luck and hired someone else for the job. Yeah. So, there I was. I'm at home with a baby, Amelia, who's over there talking to people and not listening to her mother. Been that way for a long time. So I'm home, I got a baby, I can't get a job. What am I gonna do? I'll go to law school. Yeah, never inquire too closely about why your friends are going to law school. So, baby on hip, I head off to a public law school. By this time, we're living in New Jersey. $450 a semester. 3 years in law school, and I graduate visibly pregnant. You will discover a pattern to these stories. And that turns out to be Alex, who was good enough to wait until after graduation to be born. Thank you, son. So, there I am, I got 2 little ones. I take the bar, pass the bar, and practice law for 45 minutes. And then went back to my first love, which is teaching. I traded little ones for big ones and have spent most of my grown-up life teaching in law school. So, now, I don't know if it's because I grew up without any money or worried a lot when I was a kid, but I taught money courses in law school. If it was about money, I learned it and then I taught it. So I taught contract law and commercial law and secured transactions, all of the Uniform Commercial Code, payment systems, corporate finance, debtor-creditor law, bankruptcy, law and economics, taught it all. Taught it all, but there was one central question that I always worked on, and that was, what's happening to working families in America? Why is America's middle class being hollowed out? Why is it that for people who work every bit as hard as my mother worked 2 generations ago, the path today is so much rockier and steeper? And for people of color, even rockier and even steeper. Why? And the answer is like the answer around minimum wage. It's about who the government in Washington works for. So think of it this way. We have a government that works fabulously, wonderfully for giant drug companies, just not for people trying to get a prescription filled, right? A government that works wonderfully, terrifically for people who want to invest in private prisons and private detention centers, just not for the people whose lives are torn apart by those institutions. We have a government that works great for giant oil companies that want to drill everywhere, just not for the rest of us who see climate change bearing down upon us. Yep. And here's the deal. When you see a government that works great for those with money, for those who can hire armies of lobbyists and lawyers, and is not working so well for everyone else, that is corruption, pure and simple, and we need to call it out for what it is. Corruption, corruption. The corruption of money that flows through every part of Washington, that influences every decision. Whatever issue wakes you up in the morning or keeps you up at night, whether it's gun safety, there we go, health care, immigration, criminal justice, whatever is the issue, if there is a decision to be made in Washington, I guarantee it's been influenced by money. It's been nudged by money. It's had a little exception created by money. Money, money, money. In fact, I want to tell you a story. Back in the early 1990s, climate change is something that our country and scientists around the world are beginning to tumble to. They're starting to understand it. They don't have it all. They don't have all the pieces right, but they're starting to get it. They're starting to get it. And here's the deal. You go back and look, early 90s, Democrats and Republicans were working together. This was not a partisan issue. Everybody wanted to make sure we got this right. So they're talking about, should the EPA have more power? How do we get the rules we need? How are we going to make these changes in time? How do we have to do this? And then along came the Koch brothers. I see you've heard of the Koch brothers and have some strong opinions about them, yes. Okay, so along come the Koch brothers and the big oil companies and some of the giant polluters, and in effect, they get together and say, wow, you know, if Congress gets serious about this climate business, that's gonna cut into our bottom line, gonna hurt our profits. So they have an investment decision to make. They could say, we're gonna stop investing in fossil fuels. We're gonna move this over to clean, and no, they don't do that. They could say we're going to invest in all the new cleanup technology, clean the air, clean the water, right? They don't do that. They invest in politicians. Yep. They put their money in Washington. And understand it, this is the part, man, really turns the knife. You know who they send to Washington on the front lines? It's the bought and paid for experts who deny climate science. Yep. Now, why do they do that? These guys who stand up and say, oh, I don't know about the climate thing, maybe yes, maybe no. It was hot 85 bazillion years ago, and the dinosaurs loved it, and da-da-da. Why do they do that? They don't do it because they don't understand the science. They do it to build an umbrella over the politicians. So politicians can keep taking money from the Koch brothers, can keep taking money from the oil industry, can keep taking money from the big polluters and say, gee, I really don't know. You want to understand the climate crisis we face today? It's 25 years of corruption in Washington that brought us here. So, what are we going to do about this? It's not going to be enough just to say we're going to change a statute over here. We're going to get a couple of regulations over there. Here's a little piece of this. No. We want to change this. It's going to take big structural change. And let me tell you where big structural change starts. We're going to attack the corruption head on. Head on. Call it out. We got to be willing to go on offense. Enough of this doing defense. Yeah. Now, here's the good news. I have the biggest anti-corruption plan since Watergate. Here's the bad news. We need the biggest anti-corruption plan since Watergate. Yeah. So it's a big plan because money makes itself felt in so many ways, so many different ways. So it's a big plan, so I won't do the whole thing, but I'm just going to give you some samples out of it, okay? And here's one of my favorites. End lobbying as we know it. I got another. Block the revolving door between Wall Street and Washington. Here's one you might not have thought about, but it matters. Make the United States Supreme Court follow basic rules of ethics. Okay, I truly could do these all night long. I know. You're the angel sitting on my shoulder. Just keep doing them. I'm gonna do one more. And this is a goodie, though. You really want to root out some corruption in Washington? Here's one. Make every single person who runs for federal office put their tax returns online. That's step one. And I mean it.
It's fight the corruption head on, because that opens up possibilities, right? That puts them on the back foot. That means they're not just the folks with money are calling all the shots. So that's step one. Step two, we got to make some structural changes in this economy. Yeah. So here's the big problem we've got. The giant corporations have just gotten bigger and bigger and bigger. They have chewed up the little businesses, the medium-sized businesses. Shoot, they've chewed up the businesses that used to be called big businesses. And the thing is, they've got such incredible power. They roll over their own employees. They roll over their own customers. They roll over the communities where they're located. They call too many other shots in Washington. All right, I got a good place to start, and that's, how about we have a president who has the courage to enforce our antitrust laws? Laws are there, just takes a little courage to pick them up and enforce them. Okay. But I want to talk about structural change, because structural change is how you get change over time. And what that means in this case, we got to have somebody who pushes back against the big corporations. That means we need more power in the hands of workers. We need to make it easier to join a union and to give unions more power when they negotiate. Unions built America's middle class. Unions will rebuild America's middle class. Just give them a chance. So that's one way to get some structural change in this economy. Let's talk about a second way. It's time for a wealth tax in America. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about how this would work. Basic idea is for the big fortunes, okay? Anyone who's got more than $50 million in accumulated assets, your first $50 million is free and clear. I see some of you saying, oh, but your 50 millionth and first dollar, you got to pitch in 2 cents. And 2 cents for every dollar after that. That's the basic idea. Just so you know, here in America, that would be the top 1/10 of 1% of the great fortunes in this country, okay? 2 cents. And by the way, just so you all know, I'm not proposing this because I'm cranky. You don't want to see me cranky. Look. Oh yeah. Okay, so there we go. So here's the deal. You know, the bazillionaires say, hey, listen, I had a great idea, I worked hard, I stayed up late, you know, unlike anybody else. But I worked hard. I had this great idea, or inherited well, whichever way. But here's the thing. You built a great fortune in America. Good for you. But I guarantee you built it, at least in part, using workers all of us help pay to educate. Yeah. You built it, at least in part, getting your goods to market on roads and bridges all of us help pay to build. Yeah. You built it, at least in part, protected by police and firefighters all of us help pay the salaries for. And we're glad to do it. We're happy to do it. We understand in America making these investments gives lots of people a chance. All we're saying is, when you make it to the top, the top of the top, the top of the top of the top, 0.1%, pitch in 2 cents so everybody else gets a chance to make it in America. 2 cents. 2 cents. 2 cents. 2 cents. I'm ready. 2 cents. 2 cents. Oh, yes. So what can we do with 2 cents? You ready? Oh, what can we do with 2 cents? And the answer, we can do universal child care for every baby in this country age 0 to 5. All of them. All of them. Every one of them. Plus, universal pre-K for every 3-year-old and 4-year-old in this country. Plus, raise the wages of every child care worker and preschool teacher to the professional levels they deserve. Now, we can do all of that for our babies, plus we can provide tuition-free technical school, community college, 4-year college for everyone who wants to get an education. Plus, I'm not through yet. Plus, we can expand Pell Grants so it's a meaningful chance to go to college for people and families without money. Plus, we can level the playing field. We can put $50 billion into historically black colleges and universities and minority-serving institutions. We can do all of that, plus 2 cents. We can cancel student loan debt for 95% of the folks who... Think about that. I just want everybody in here to reflect for a minute on how badly broken this economy is, that 2 cents from the top 0.1% would let us make an investment in an entire generation. Think about that. Think about that. Okay, so that's part 2. Part 1, attack the corruption head on. Part 2, make a couple of structural changes in this economy. Part 3, protect our democracy. I want a constitutional amendment to protect the right of every American citizen to vote and to get that vote counted. I got a plan to make voting as secure as Fort Knox, no more open to Russian hacking, North Korean hacking, or any other kind of hacking. We need to repeal every single racist voter suppression law that's been passed in this country. Get rid of political gerrymandering. And just one more. Overturn Citizens United. Democracy is not for sale. Yep. Just 3 things. That's all I want. Attack the corruption head on, get some structural change in our economy, and protect our democracy. That's it. We do those things, they may sound like they're unrelated, right? 3 random things. But we do those things and think how much more then we can change, how much more we can get right if we can make this government not just work for those at the top, but make it work for everyone else. For me, this is what pulled me into this race. Not in a million years did I think I'd run for any public office, much less to be standing here. But I'll tell you this, it's about opportunity. Opportunity for every single one of our kids to get a great education. Start there. Opportunity for all of our kids to get a good job, to start your own business, maybe to buy a home, to opportunity to be able to marry the person you love and build the family you want to build. I was a special needs teacher. I understand opportunity's not the same for everyone. Maybe it's just opportunity to be able to live independently. But it's opportunity for every person. I tell you why this one matters so much to me. My daddy, he ended up as a janitor. But his baby daughter, I got an opportunity. Opportunity to be a public school teacher, opportunity to be a college professor, opportunity to be a United States Senator, and opportunity to be a candidate for President of the United States of America. Dream big. Fight hard. Let's win. Some questions. Where are our questioners? We got them? Over here? We got them? Where are they? One right here? We got them? Mics? We're gonna get there, just a sec. This is, you can always tell. Where? We got it?
Sorry, he has to take us in the kids here.
We'll do this. These are Atticus's folks here. Come on, we can't let him down.
933.
What are we doing? We got it? Hi.
Hi.
Hi, tell me your name.
Renee Fuller.
Hi, Renee. It's good to see you. There's Renee over here.
Thank
Step
you.
up on the steps a little bit so people can see you, Renee.
Okay. Yeah, well, I feel like Barack Obama got hosed on his Supreme Court pick. Would you consider nominating Merrick Garland to the Supreme Court?
You bet. So, let's let me use that because that one's easy, right?
check their ticket?
Merrick Garland is terrific. I want to make 2 quick points if I can. The first one is about the importance of our judiciary, and that when we think about the ways that the Republicans for decades now have been attacking the underpinnings of democracy, a big part has been around voter suppression. Think about that. A major political party in America plans to stay in power by keeping American citizens from voting. But the other part has been about the capture of our courts. It has been about courts that advance an extremist right-wing agenda, and courts, this is the key, always under the radar screen, that just keep tilting more pro-corporate, more pro-corporate, and more pro-corporate. As Democrats, we got to be willing to get out there and fight for a court that is fair and independent, and we're going to do it. So thank you for the question. Thank you. Good. Good one, Renee. Who we got next? Okay, hi.
Hi, Senator Warren. How are you?
I'm doing good. Tell me your name.
My name's Nathaniel, and I'm a public school teacher.
Oh,
So
hold on. So what do you teach?
I teach high school. I teach English to English learners and writing.
Woo! All right. It's good to see you here.
So it's nice to be talking to a colleague. I appreciate it.
Okay, good. We will.
We're all going to leave here tonight. We're going to tell people at work and at our churches and our communities we were here. And people are going to ask us, maybe people a little more jaded than us. I don't really think big business is going to let Senator Warren become president. And I want to say I asked you personally for an answer to that question. So,
You bet.
What should we say?
Okay. What we can say is if we don't get in the fight, that's exactly what's going to happen. I think this really goes to the heart of the moment, and I'm very glad you asked it. The heart of the moment. This is about all of the problems we've got in this country, and they are many. But right at the heart of it is democracy. Do we have a democracy that only works for those at the top? Well, that's what they seem to think. You know, and I get this. Rich people are going to have more of a lot of stuff than everyone else. They may have more cars, and they may have more clothes. They may have more of a lot of things, but they don't have a bigger share of our democracy. Every one of us. So here's the deal. It's going to come down to us and how we're going to do this. Now, I got a plan for that. And here's how it goes. When I first made the decision to run for president, boy, I knew exactly what I would be fighting for. No doubt, didn't need anybody to tell me about it. That was part one. But the second part was I knew exactly how I would be fighting. I made the decision from the beginning that I was going to build a grassroots movement. I was not going to spend my time behind closed doors with bazillionaires and corporate CEOs. None of that. I was not going to be dependent on the people with the money. The way I was going to do this was person to person, face to face, $10 contributions, an hour of volunteer time, because I believe that that is the way that we will win in November 2020. And that we will start to make big structural change in January 2021. single day in this campaign matters. It matters because it's a chance to bring in one more person, to get one more volunteer, to get one more person in the fight. If you think that is the right way to run a campaign, go to elizabethwarren.com, pitch in $5, volunteer an hour, sign up for some call time, because this is it, folks. Our democracy is on the line here. And all that we have taken for granted, that somehow it would right itself, this is it. Come 2020, we're going to decide, not just for the next 4 years or the next 8 years, we're going to decide for generations to come what kind of a country we are. I am in this fight to strengthen our democracy, to make this government work for the people. Be part of this. All right, great question. All right, we got one more?
Yeah, hi.
Hi.
My name's Jessamine.
Jasmine?
Jessamine.
Jessamine.
Yeah. I'm a consultant for businesses, politicians, and nonprofits.
Uh-huh.
I work in communications primarily.
Uh-huh.
My question is about the trans and non-binary community.
Uh-huh.
I'm wondering specifically how we can guarantee that trans and non-binary people have the appropriate health care, especially in rural communities.
Yes.
And the second part of my question is, how are we going to protect trans women of color that are being shot all over the country?
Yes. Thank you. Thank you for the question. Thank you. So I'm going to do this. I want to do both parts. Let me do the second part first. Just yesterday, I put out another plan. And this one is about reforming our criminal justice system from the front end to the back end. And an important part of that is making sure that those who are sworn to protect us are there to protect us, and that trans women, and particularly trans women of color, are fully protected everywhere in America. It's a part of that. So take a look. But I also want to make sure we talk about health care. All right, and I want to talk about a couple of aspects of healthcare. One is a very dangerous trend in America right now, and that is trying to create exceptions so that healthcare providers can suddenly decide, I won't treat you because I don't like the life you live. That is wrong, and it must be stopped in America. Right now, this administration is in court trying to defend the proposition that sexual identity, you can discriminate against people, you can fire people, you can fail to treat them in healthcare because of their identity. And the answer is no. A Warren administration will enforce our laws and make sure they cover everyone. But I want to say something a little, I want to do this all the way across a little bit about healthcare, because it touches so many people and in so many different ways. You know, it was 2 years ago this month that the House of Representatives voted to repeal the Affordable Care Act. Do you remember that? Voted to take away health care from tens of millions of people in this country. Every Republican voted for it, and here's the part that always got me. And then they high-fived each other. What kind of a people? They broke out the brewskis, right? What kind of a people high-five each other over taking away health care from millions of Americans? And here's the thing.
Also buried in that bill, I mean, look, part of it was if President Obama had been in favor, then they were against it, right? That was a big part of this. But buried down in there was also to take a big bite out of Medicaid. Why? Because they figured they could do it and nobody would really notice. Because they figured most Americans think Medicaid is about somebody else. And here's the deal. Medicaid, 2 out of every 3 seniors in a nursing home are counting on Medicaid to pay the bills. Yep. Anybody in here have a friend, a beloved family member who has mental health issues? If they are able to get medical treatment, it's most likely paid for by Medicaid. Trans people, most likely to need Medicaid. People have addiction issues. Anybody in here know someone with addiction issues? It's Medicaid. And here's the deal. Anybody in here know somebody who had the baby that ran up $1 million in medical bills in the first couple of weeks? Yeah. Even if the parents had the best insurance in America, it's Medicaid that provides the special breathing equipment, the special feeding equipment, the occupational therapist, the speech therapist, the physical therapist, so that baby has a chance. So here's how I see this in America. We don't know whose grandma is going to outlive her savings. We don't know whose beloved friend is going to need access to health care and can't pay for it. We don't know whose beloved niece is going to give birth to the baby that runs up $1 million in medical bills. But here's what we do know. We're all going to pitch in some money today so that if it happens to your family, or to your family, or to your family, the rest of us are all going to be there for you. That's the best in America. That is the best in America. So yeah, in case anybody missed it, I believe that health care is a basic human right. We fight for basic human rights. I'll fight for Medicare for all so everybody gets covered. Because I believe in the worth of every single human being, and I believe that we can build a government that reflects that value. That's what I want. So, thank you for the questions. There are a zillion things we'd love to talk about, but we got at least some of them in here. Let me just say this, how grateful I am. I know there are many things. It was beautiful out this afternoon. Of course, it always is in Southern California. But there are many things you could be doing, but 2020 matters. And I'm grateful that you chose to come in here this afternoon and make a little investment in your democracy. Like that. I know I've been teased a lot for having a lot of plans. I get it, I get it. You know, my view on this, if you actually want to get something done, you ought to have a plan for it. But it is true that all of the so-called experts, which includes everybody in the United States Senate, except me, tells me, you know, people don't want to hear all that. They said, no, it's too complicated, it's too hard. Say some nice things, find something catchy, smile more. That's what running for office is all about. And you know, when I heard this the first time, and believe me, I've heard it a lot. When I heard it the first time, I thought, what do you think they said to the suffragettes?
Too hard, quit now. What did they say to the early union organizers? Too hard, quit now, right? What did they say to the foot soldiers in the civil rights movement? Too hard, quit now. What did they say to the LGBTQ activists? Too hard, quit now. But they didn't quit. They got organized. They built a grassroots movement, and they changed the course of American history. This is it. This is our moment in American history. This is our opportunity to get organized, to build a grassroots movement, to persist, and to build the America of our best values. Dream big!